Hello, everybody. Welcome to Results Mastery Live. It's great to be back, and thank you for being here. Whether you join me on my podcast, live on LinkedIn, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, whether you're on iTunes or Amazon Music or any one of 30 other streaming sites, welcome. Thank you for your time in being here. We're being watched or listened to by somewhere between 7,000 and 8,000 people now every single day. You know, how cool is that? I just love the fact that we can do that. And by the way, that's not because I'm so great. This is something any of you can do. And, it's not that difficult to achieve. So anyway, we're here today to talk about having the time to achieve it. That is an important factor. We all need to make sure that we've got enough time to do stuff. And that's the subject that I'm going to be talking about today. Now, I want to start by saying, I am not the world's best timekeeper or a most effective use of my time, and I have more time and I work 4 hours a week and have this amazing life and so on and so forth. I, like you, am human, and we only have so much time. That is for sure. And the title of this is Mastering Your Time, and I'm here to tell you, to be honest, I don't think you can master time. I really don't. As I say, I've got the same amount of time as Bill Gates or Richard Branson or, anybody that you could mention. It's the one thing we're all born with equal. We don't come from the same financial background or have the same benefits or the same this or the same that, but we all have the same amount of time. The question is, what are you going to spend it doing? That's the question. And for lots of people, the answer to that is they're not spending it doing the right thing. If they were, they'd have what they want. Do you get what I mean here? If your goal is to grow your business and become more successful, and what you're doing right now ain't getting you what you want, then you've got to do something different. Now, you can't just go, well, I'm so busy, exchanging time for money, £50 an hour or whatever it is, and I just keep doing that, and, nothing ever changes, because it won't. The old saying, if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you've always got. I used to say is so true. Now I say, actually, do you know what? It's not true anymore. If you always do what you've always done, you're probably not even going to get what you've always got. And I base that on several really important things. One is the current economy, and where we are and where we might go in the future. It might get tougher, it might get easier, who knows? I fully accept that. But that's going to affect things. And then the other one is the change in the world. This thing called AI, if you're not into that, if you're thinking, oh, I don't like that, I don't like AI, and, I don't want to, it's too, it's not for me, then, my advice will be think again. And certainly in terms of time management and managing what you do, AI could make a vast difference to you and your business. It really could. I learned the other day how to do 40 social media posts using AI in 5 minutes. 40, all four, designed, looking beautiful, with 40 different lots of words, and it took me 5 minutes. And people tell me, well, I've not got time to do social media. I post on LinkedIn once a fortnight because I don't want to overdo it. That's like saying I go to the gym once every 3 months because I don't want to overdo it. You might as well close your gym membership and not bother, because it ain't going to do you any good. So let me tell you what I think. Certainly some of the stuff that I've learned about time management, because I want not only tell you how difficult it is, but give you some ideas of things you need to do. So the first one is, I want to talk to you about, if you're into growing your business, you want to grow your business, you need to decide where you're spending your time, because without that, How do you know what you need to do differently? Now, Michael Gerber talks in his book, The E-Myth, which is a fantastic book. It's got a subhead, Why Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It. And Gerber says that in any and every business, there are three departments. There's operations. You've got an operations department. That's where you do the work, whether it's cutting grass, doing accounts, coaching someone, HR work, repairing cars, whatever it is your company does, that's done under operations, right? The operation of the business, doing the work that the business does. Number two is sales and marketing. You could be good at operations, but spend all your time in there exchanging time for money. And that's just going to continue, and you're going to continue to earn the same amount of money unless you get ridiculously busy where you're working 70, 80, 90 hours a week. And, whether you want that or not is up to you. But, there's, only thing you can do is either increase your hourly rate or increase the number of hours. Or I suppose employ people to do that work. But what I want to talk to you about is the sales and marketing side. And you thinking about how much time am I spending in that box, in the box called sales and marketing. And then the third one, which is also obviously important, is finance. How much time do you spend in the finance box? So if you've got three boxes, where is your time being spent? And if you're like 90%, actually 99% of the businesses that I speak to, it's most of it, if not nearly all of it, is in the operations box. And that's what's killing your business, I believe. Spending too much time doing the work and not enough time promoting it. When I say it's killing it, it's probably running okay. And if you want okay, that's fine. Keep running it. Don't change anything. But if you want to grow your business and you're serious about doing so, then you got to do something different. And it starts by understanding, are you spending enough time and effort in the box called sales and marketing? Another name for that box is business growth. Are you then spending enough time in the box called finance? Because if you're not, the implications are just too disastrous to talk about. If you're relying on an accountant who's going to tell you how well you did last year, not how well you're doing right now and what you need to change in order to do better and what's the forecast for the next 6 months, then, there are implications to that. Let's just put it that way. So we need to know that. So think about where you're spending your time. Another way of thinking about where you're spending your time is this. Now, I want to give credit to a guy that taught me this because I just think it's brilliant. It's brilliant in its simplicity. It's really simple. I was taught about this by a gentleman that I spent a long time listening to over many, many years. And probably about, 10 years ago, we met up. We got on great. We've become good friends. I've been on his training programs. I've bought his programs. And he's a gentleman called Peter Thompson. Peter Thompson, great guy. And he came up with this little piece of paper that you can see in front of you. Now, it could easily be a spreadsheet, but the idea behind it is really simple and yet really effective. What you do is before you do anything on this piece, what you need to do is to get another piece of paper and write down a list of everything that you do, every single task. Whether it's making a cup of coffee, tidying your desk, doing the admin, doing the bookkeeping, doing the this, doing the that, everything that you do, make a list of it. When you've done that, when you've done that, produce a piece of paper like this, and on one side, you're going to write £10 tasks. In the middle, you're going to write £100 tasks. And on the right, you're going to write £1,000 tasks. And what you're going to do then is to put your previous list, the list of everything that you do, into one of those boxes. And your job is to stop doing the £10 tasks, these over here. You don't want to be doing £10 tasks. Why? Because unless you're paying yourself £10 as a business owner, and I hope you're not, you're paying too much. If you're, I don't know, paying yourself, say, 30, 40, 50 grand a year even, which is a very low amount for running a business, by the way, but let's say you are, that's a lot more than £10. So you could spend somebody, you could pay somebody even £10 to do this list of tasks. Now, okay, that £10 may be a little bit more, for bookkeeping, for example, you might have to pay £15 or £20. But what we're talking about is a low level work that you're doing. And if you're like most of the people that I speak to when I show them this, you're spending all or most of your time doing £10 tasks. Okay, so that I think is absolute gold dust. If you think about what is the job of the managing director of a business, even in a one-person business, it's to spend all or most of their time doing the high-level work, the planning work, the business development work, the financial work, the planning your business over the next year work in order to grow your business. Now, obviously, if you're a one-person business, you're a coach, consultant, something like that, and there's only one of you, you've got to do everything. You've got to do everything to start with. But your job is to get out of those £10 tasks, and you really just need help. You don't have to employ somebody these days. It's so easy. You can go and find somebody, either locally, regionally, nationally. You can go and hire somebody in another country and pay them to do it. We can now have this concept that big business has been doing for years and years and years, where they have a worldwide business. We can have a worldwide small business, and it's a great opportunity right now for you in your business. So that's about it. The only other thing I wanted to tell you about is you can see below this thing scrolling away underneath me. It's just the offer of a free meeting. If you'd like to meet up, I'd be very happy to talk to you about maybe how you can become more effective from a task management point of view. You might be interested in outsourcing some of your marketing tasks to us, and you might be interested in our help in terms of marketing and business growth in your business. If you want a no obligation meeting, feel free to get in touch. So that's it from me for now. Don't forget to join me tomorrow. I do this every day. I'm not doing Wednesday this week, but apart from that, every day. So I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. And again, thanks very much for joining me today. Thanks for listening.